Hi all of you, this is Gil. So I haven't posted any videos besides the live. I'm gonna be on live tonight, so be ready for it in the next couple of hours or so. So this video, well, first of all, I'll show you like the little project I've done. I done this. And the dog matches the collar of the rocks, by the way. Well, anyway, I did this. But I'm planning on doing this, like, I don't know when. It could be as early as next weekend. It's just simply putting rocks, you know, like, all I'm gonna do is just get the plastic or like buy the weed control commercial grade, put it all over, like rake it up and then put it all over. And then put rocks. And then another part of the project I did goes over here, like the rocks, and then I put the hammock there. Put a hammock there. Then over here. Well, anyway, so for this video, I'm just gonna answer real quick about like the frequently asked questions on the lives that I get. Question number one is, what's my age? Well, I'm 50 years old as of August 12th, 2020. 50 years old. Another common question I get is, where's Joe? Or where have I got a hold of any of those people, any of those teenagers or people from the videos, from the 1991 video, the teenager, what teenager look like, or the 1994 video, the dance shuffle video, or all of the other videos like that you've seen me with, you know, like all the people. And that includes the time to my roommate in 1998 and everything. So you may ask, where are they right now? And then, that's the other question I commonly get. Where are they now, or do I still get in contact with them? Well, the answer to that question is basically no, because I mean, we all went our own way. We all like went our own way. So I mean, I lost touch with most of those people, including especially like the 91 and the 91. They were just like little teenager friends, and they weren't like anybody that were. Nobody ever was really a big friend or like a close friend or anything. So I don't know the whereabouts for most of those people. And then what about like the Northview high schools? Well, I did not get in contact with them, or I did not really hear from them until just a couple of years ago. But it's only on Facebook. But I have not seen them in person since 1989 for the most part. So. Now, another question that I often get is what was my favorite movie? Well, I posted a video about that. I posted a video about that the other day, and I think the grand overall favorite movie was like I would say Flight of the Navigator, 1986, and then National Lampoons Vacation. My ultimate favorite, well, the ultimate favorite was Flight of the Navigator. That was my ultimate, and it still is. I still like the concept of the movie, you know, because the spaceship where it took them back in time, and where how I call it, where like the spaceship like took them to the future, because I mean it was because of the speed of light and stuff. But anyway. That's for the movies. Now for the music, I often get a question about what's my favorite band. Well, I mean, I have a number of them, but if we're talking about bands, I did post a video about my top 100 songs that I like, and I have it up on YouTube. And I say, like, if we're gonna talk about my favorite band, well, I could tell you this much: the grand overall favorite band, after thinking about it all day long in my mind, thinking about it all through the day today, in my mind. I feel like the grand overall favorite is Chicago's, and the song like Beginnings and Saturday in the Park. I love that song, the Beginnings, and I love Al Jarreau, I guess is his name. That's another really big favorite, Al Jarreau. Well, it's just another one big, a very big favorite. Still another big favorite is Olivia Newton John. I love the music from Olivia Newton John. And another very big favorite is the album Pac-Man Fever from Buckner and Garcia. And I love Sade too. It's another favorite. And still another favorite is Madonna. I love the music from Madonna. Still like another favorite. But if it's other albums that I like, that I really have favorites on, it's like there's this newer singer, or at least that's a singer. Her name is Juliana Reyes. And another one that I like is Fish Belly Black. And then I like the music from Montana Orchestra. And I also like, and then if we're talking about primitive albums, I love them. I love the albums that my mom loved when she was young. I loved Al Hirt. I still love Al Hirt. It's spelled his last name is spelled Hirt. Al Hirt. I love that music. It's the horn music. I really love the music, you know. And there's another guitar music that I really love too, Buddy Merrill, I guess is his name. And then there's another person, Vic Dana, V-I-C. And then the last name is D-A-N-A. And then I think probably one of my grand favorites of the older stuff is Trini Lopez. I love Trini Lopez, especially the album called The Latin Album. I love that music from there, I tell you. I love that music, you know. Yeah. So that's gonna answer the question of my favorite albums, my favorite artist. So that's the quick. So now, another question I very commonly get is this Camaro a V6 or a V8? Well, it's a V8. I mean, it's a V6. It's not a V8. I mean, yeah, of course, like a lot of people, I mean, it's always like the first question that people will ask about a Camaro. Anyone who has a Camaro, I mean, if it's a V6 or a V8. Well, this car is a V6, and I did post a video about this, about what I think of the car. I did post it. I mean, I have a review video about it from the day that we got it. So that answers the question. It's a V6. I think it's a 3.6. I think it's a 3.6. Well, I have a video about the Camaro on YouTube and my thoughts about it. So, and another frequently asked question is, what was my favorite decade, or if I can go back to any year, what year would I pick out? Well, I mean, my favorite decade overall, I think overall, is probably 2000s because of the because all the items started getting cheaper and cheaper, and I had already gone through all the I already have everything. I already got everything that I wanted, like my own place and a good paying, a good job security and all that stuff. I had all the good things, you know, that in life going on in 2000s decade, you know, and then plus I had my own place, you know, and then plus the technology was more advanced and it was getting cheaper, and then that's the year when I first started using internet. So I would say my favorite favorite decade is probably 2000, in the 2000s, you know. But if I was gonna have which year, if I could go back to any time I want, like which year would it be? For me, I gave it a thought. For the time being, I probably would like to go back to 1990 because like 1990, I was 20 years old, in 1990, that's where I feel like, you know, like I could say to myself, that's where I got my whole life ahead of me and I have a good chance. This is my chance to make it good, you know. And 1990 was kind of a fun year because like people were more laid back then, you know, like it was, and we didn't all have all the hectic, technology and Facebook and whatever you guys might complain about today's times, and also the fact that we didn't have so many people living in Southern California, and it was more laid back then. So, but of course, if we're talking about like, if I had a chance to go back to fix anything in my mistakes or whatever, I would say 1990 when I was 20 years old. I guess I could say that for now. But, and then another part of the question is, what was my most memorable years of my life? I think I posted a video about that. My most memorable years was I would say 84 through 86. You know, all the breakdancing music and all the music and all the fun times that I had during those times, and all, well, the music is like the big memorable part in those times, and then all the little breakdancing and all the parties that we had. I mean, that's a very memorable moment for me, you know, in those days. So another one of you is asking me, what's my favorite camera? Well, I mean, to answer that question, well, if you're talking about right now, like in today's cameras or in the cameras of the past, well, I could talk about the past, the cameras of the past. Well, the one that I enjoyed owning the most, it was this RCA VHS camcorder, though not my first one, but like the one that I bought in 1996. It was an RCA CC 436, the model. I liked that camcorder because I liked all the features that it had, because I liked the color viewfinder and I liked the built-in light and everything. And I have a video about this camcorder, and I have a video review of it. So yeah. And then, but if we're talking about any camcorder or camera in general, like today's camera, well, the one I'm recording in right now, the Sony CX405, I like this camcorder. It's my favorite camcorder to use to make videos with, I would say, because I mean it's simple. It's very simple to operate. I mean, it's like, how we call it, like, I mean, it's not very many buttons to push. So like all I do is open the screen and it's on, and push the button and it records. That's it. I mean, that's all it is. And if I want to charge this Sony CX405, I don't need to bring a charger. I just plug in the USB that the camera has, and I just plug into any phone, and I don't have to worry about having forgotten a charger. And plus, I love the quality of the videos that this camera makes. So yeah, I mean, that's the other thing I like. So if you're gonna show for the answer, the grand answer is for the old cameras. I liked that. I really love that VHS, the RCA CC436. I really enjoyed that camcorder. I really enjoyed using that camcorder in those days. And then the camera I like using right now is my Sony CX405. So another question that I often get is, what was my favorite car? It was, well, I mean, my favorite car, like if we're talking about the past and today, like a car that I really loved. Well, I have a video about this. I have a video about all the cars that I owned in my past. I have a video of it on the YouTube already. So yeah, if I was gonna say my favorite grand overall car back in my days, it was the car that I enjoyed the most owning. It was my 1984 Mazda 626. I love that car, you know. I tell you, I mean, because I loved it so much that I bought like 2 more of them later in life, you know. And I tell you, I mean, so yeah, I mean, that was my favorite grand overall car. But another car I really liked, it was a Taurus. It was the 1994 Taurus, because I really loved how it rode. And I loved how it drove and everything, but the car was low quality. So, and then of course I really liked that 1983 Mercury Marquis that I had too. I really liked that car too, but the car had so many problems, you know. I mean, and I didn't have the money to fix it, so it took it off my favorite car list, unfortunately. But my grand overall favorite was a Nissan. No, it was a Mazda 626. And so now for the next question, the next question I commonly get is where am I working at these days, or what am I doing these days? Well, I'm working in a distribution center right now, and right now I operate a pallet jack, an electric pallet jack. That's one of the jobs, but the other thing I'll do too is drive a forklift too, like the stand-up lift. So I just work in a distribution center, you know, like for kitchen items, like kitchen items like spoons and measuring cups and things like that. So that's the answer for what I do for a job. And then another question that I often get: do I still play video games? Yes, I do. I mean, well, for the most part, I'm not exactly doing it, but in the last couple weeks, I've been playing some games. I've been playing my video games. Well, I mean, like, it's this new game that I bought for the Switch, the Mario 3D, where it has Mario Galaxy and Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. I never played the Sunshine before, but I played. I mean, I loved Mario 64, and I loved how you call it, the Mario Galaxy. So I mean, that's one of the games. I mean, I'm playing those currently. So that's to answer the question of like if I play video games or not. And then the other part of this question is, what was my favorite video game grand overall? I would say, I mean, grand overall, I think anything to do with Mario Brothers. I loved Mario 3. Mario 3 from the regular Nintendo. I think that was probably my grand overall favorite. But of course, I really loved the Mario 64. I enjoyed that game too. And then the Mario Galaxy too. I mean, I enjoyed all three of those games, you know, like I really truly enjoyed those games, you know. But of course, you know, and I liked a lot of other games on the Genesis and but I mean, my grand favorite game of all was the Mario Brothers, Mario 3, probably my grand overall favorite. Yeah, so that wraps it up for this video. So I mean, if I have any more frequently asked questions, I'll put up another video if I'm gonna come up with more of them. So all right, so I hope you got the answer to that question. So anyway, so right now it is getting dark. I just came home from work, and so yeah, man, it got dark really quick, you know. And it looks to me that they're doing the streets in our house. So I still, like, in the next day or so, I want to go set up the flame effect, the fire effect that I have. I don't know if I have it in here or if I have it in the... I'm not sure if I have it in here. No, I think I have it in the shed. The fire effect. And I want to kind of like, I want to get some things. And so just remember that I'm still planning on having a little get together, but just a say hi thing, you know. I mean, no, it's not a big party I'm intending to make, but I just like want you guys to feel comfortable to come here and say hi, you know. I mean, I had one of you coming the other day, like I think it was yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago. Like the person's name is Jose and Francine, I think. And the wife was Francine. So and I think I should post that video up. So I mean, we were talking for about an hour, and so I mean, it was fun. It was fun talking to them and everything. So yeah. Anyways, alrighty. Okay, I'll see you later, and look forward to my live. Okay, but another video I'm gonna post pretty soon. It's gonna be titled facts about me. I would say I'm trying to gather everything I can, so I could make another video about more facts about me. But like the quick one, I could quickly point out a couple of things. Facts about me, like number one. Hang on. Number one is. Hang on. Facts about me. Well, quick. I'm not into politics, or I'm just neutral about it. And let me see. I'm not into sports. I'm not really into sports, but I like to watch. I like to watch Hector and everybody watch their baseball or football, or I like to watch them watch their baseball games and stuff. And another thing is I have phenomenal memory. My memory is phenomenal because I can remember in detail going back as far back as when I was like a couple of years old, you know. Yes, that's true, man. It's like I have a life story up on there. So yeah, my memory is phenomenal, you know. So yeah, I can remember in detail going all the way back to close to when I was born, you know. Yes, it's true. I mean, and another thing, and another fact about me is I'm a 99-cent shopper. I'm into thrift stores. I shop thrifty, you know. I'm a thrifty store shopper. Well, I'm thrifty, like meaning like saving money. I'm into saving money at 99-cent stores, you know. But of course, I'm gonna buy, like, if I feel like I need a good quality product, I'll go out and spend the big money for the quality when I really feel I need it. Yes, I'll do that. But for the most part, I'll buy like cleaners or things like that at the 99-cent store, you know, like I'll just things like that, you know. So, and another quick fact about me is I do have issues with stereotyping. People stereotyping me. For the most part, a lot of people like I'll often get people like thinking that I'm a fugitive or something based on my looks, you know. I'll describe that in detail on my next video. So anyway, so I hope you liked this video. So okay, I'll see you on the next live in the next couple of days. So I'm in the next couple of hours or so, like, because it's already almost time for me to go to sleep, you know. But anyway, well, yeah. So anyway, well, speaking of the stereotyping, you know, like I get a lot of people like who how you call it, like, for an example, like, I mean, well, you know, like you figure, like when I was looking for a job, you know, back in 1990 to work on cars, you know, like I felt like I was being stereotyped by my looks, you know, because like they look at me as a young 19-year-old kid, but I looked younger than 19 at the time. So they stereotyped me with thinking that how is this little 13-year-old kid gonna be working on a car? That's an example, you know, because I looked like a very young guy, and they're gonna automatically stereotype someone when they're young as being someone that's only gonna be riding big wheels or scooters and shit, you know. That's an example, you know. So, but they need to know who I am first. Well, anyway, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and post this video up, and I hope you liked it. So then be ready for the live in the next hour or two or so. Okay.